Hindi niya yon tinanggi, hindi niya dinisown. Ang tawag po dyan is adoptive admission. Now, these statements are aimed at destabilization. When you call for a withdrawal of support, especially from the military, and he is the vice president, hindi po pwedeng sasabihin na hindi ako mismo yung nagsabi noon. He was present there. She did not detach herself from it. She did not disown it. She did not do or say anything about it. She is the vice president. Destabilization po ito. And then coupled with yung iba pang na mga actuations niya, yung pagde-designate bilang survivor, designated survivor. And then yung threaten, yung wish expression, a clear and blatant expression of a wish to decapitate the president. Doesn't those circumstances aimed at destabilizing the administration, and therefore it is an assault on the constitutional order? The intent is there when you threaten to decapitate, when you say that you are the designated survivor. And therefore, pwede nating itugma-tugma yung mga ganyang actuations at pananalita ng ni VP Sara, dun sa attempt or the fact of destabilization, attempting, inciting to sedition, yung ini-interrupt yung orderly workings of government, dun sa mga ganong irresponsible na pananalita, yung ganong active presence in rallies, in activities that show, that manifest those destabilization attempt. So yun po ang aking posisyon. Meron po siya na mga circumstances, the acts and language to say or to prove that she aims to destabilize this government.
Honorable Padiernos.
So, Madam Chair, it would appear that the endorsers mainly anchoring the supposed statements sa destabilization and not the sedition and insurrection. Kasi very strict po yan. Clear po yan sa ating revised penal code and under our jurisprudence yung mga elements po ng mga crime na yun. But nevertheless, I would just like to make
Madam Chair, just to
Let us wait until
thank you.
Kong Padiernos is finished with his manifestation.
I would just like to make a manifestation, quick manifestation as to ground 6. So, in determining if the ground 6 should be, it constitutes an impeachable offense, the committee must test sedition and insurrection against statutory elements. The sufficiency inquiry is whether the complaint pleads specific acts beyond generalized political statements that satisfy those elements and are attributable to the respondent. So, I would just like to tell our committee members in deciding whether this ground should be constituting an impeachable offense. Tingnan po natin kung talagang may elements that constitute that crime. So yun lang po, Madam Chair, and maraming salamat.
The Honorable De Lima would like to respond to the manifestation of
Madam
Honorable
Chair,
Padiernos.
yes, just to point out the fact that it's not only destabilization, it's inciting to sedition. And she was present there. She did not do anything. She did not disown it. That is the principle of adoptive admission. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank
Madam
you. The Honorable Suntay.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Whether individually or collectively, looking at all the videos shown, there can be nothing seditious that can be attributed to the Vice President. In fact, there is nothing for her to denounce, no statements to denounce. Because we cannot attribute statements made by other people to the Vice President just because she was there. Then we have to do it with everyone who is there. Lahat na lang ng present. Sabihin natin, we should attribute statement. So, mere presence in the rally does not make her actions and issues. That is very clear. Alam mo, yung tama naman yung sinabi ni Kong Rufus, yung statement as being the designated survivor, it's not illegal, it's not criminal. In fact, it's a process in the United States. Mere utterance na I'm designating myself. In fact, hindi nga pwede yun eh. Can you designate yourself without a process? Sinabi lang niya yun. Siguro magpapatawa lang siya. And lastly, alam mo yung minsan, nasa Shangri-La ako, nakita ko si Ann Curtis. Ang ganda-ganda pala niya. May desire sa loob ko na nag-init talaga. Na-imagine ko na lang kung anong pwedeng mangyari. Pero siyempre, hanggang imagination na lang yun. Pero, di naman siguro ako pwedeng kasuhan dahil kung ano-ano yung na-imagine ko. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
If the Honorable Zamora.
Madam Chair, I would like to have those statements stricken from the record.
Madam
There
Chair,
is
happy
nothing
Women's Month.
sexual dun sa sinabi ko. Nothing immoral. It's just, I said, may na-imagine ako. I think there is nothing wrong.
Nevertheless, Madam
Madam
Chair,
Chair.
I want that deleted in the record.
Can the chair hear the proper motion towards
I make
striking
a
out
motion,
from the
Madam
record?
Chair.
Honorable Zamora.
Madam Chair, I move to strike.
Objection. Madam Chair.
There is a motion to strike out from the record the earlier manifestation of the Honorable Suntay about his imagination upon seeing Ann Curtis. Do I hear a second?
A second.
The
Second,
same
Madam
has
Chair.
been seconded. Is there any objection? The same has been objected to. Let us now divide the House. Those who are in favor of the motion, please raise your right hand. You may put down your hands. Those who are not in favor, please raise your right hand. Those who abstain, please raise your right hand.
Just a short manifestation, Madam Chair. I just want to put on record that we cannot.
The Honorable Suntay is enjoined from further making manifestation
immoral.
until we resolve the motion. Order, please. With a vote of 13 in the affirmative and 2 in the negative, 2 in the negative, 0 abstain. Meron? I will say it again. With 13 votes in the affirmative, 2 in the negative, and 0 abstention, let the chair say it for the third time. With 13 votes in the affirmative, 2 in the negative, and 2 abstention, the chair orders that the earlier manifestation of the Honorable Suntay be stricken out from the record. So ordered.
Madam Chair, manifestation.
Now you're allowed to make a manifestation.
I think we are starting a dangerous precedent because now we are censoring manifestations which is neither illegal or immoral. Well, imagine we are conducting a hearing, but now statements which are neither immoral or illegal can be taken out of the record without any reason. I think that's a terrible
Madam
precedent
Madam Chair.
we're starting.
The Honorable
Thank you.
Zamora.
With all due respect to my friend, Congressman Bong Suntay, it is just the start of the Women's Month. And I don't think that we should be hearing such comments from our dear colleague. We are not censuring anything, but we are reminding them that, in fact, we should support women by not saying these statements. Next week, Madam Chair, for the record, I'll be attending the the UN conference on the Commission, 70th Commission on the Status of Women. Sorry, Madam Chair, I just wanted to say this. And this is about removing structural barriers to women's empowerment. And things like this do not empower women. Thank you, Madam Chair.
The chair
Yes.
would like to state that if the manifestation of the justice member offends the sensitivity of the justice members, then it means that we are crossing the boundaries already.
Madam Chair.
After all, we rule here by the judgment of the justice members. So I hope we respect the decision of the majority of the Justice Committee.
Madam Chair, just for clarity, there are two words which was uttered. I want to know, which was offensive? The word desire
Point of
or the
point
word
of order.
imagination?
Madam Chair, point of order, madam.
The Honorable Suntay is reminded that
Point of order, Madam Chair. Point of
as
order.
to whether or not the manifestation is indeed
No, because
suggested
point of order.
is being,
order, please. The
Point
chair
of order.
is addressing the committee.
I'm raising a point of order, Madam Chair, on the basis that
Please let the chair finish with her statement. As to whether or not the manifestation of the Honorable Suntay is offensive of our morality is a judgment that belongs exclusively to the justice members. I think the majority have spoken already.
Madam
The
Chair,
Honorable Adjong is
Thank you, Madam Chair.
recognized.
I'm raising a point of order on the basis that the issue has already been acted upon by the committee. The committee decided to delete and strike the portion of the statement of Congressman Swansing from the record. So let's proceed. Let's move forward.
Madam Chair,
There's
The manifestation
There's
is
no point of
noted.
dilly-dallying the process by going back to the issue that has already been acted by the committee. So that is my point of order.
Madam Chair,
Honorable
point of order
Suntay.
also. I am not questioning that the statement was stricken out. I am asking so that next time I would be more careful. If it is desire, I will never use desire in this committee. If it is imagination, then I will not use it also. Just for clarity, clarification purposes. Dahil baka yung iba yung gumamit, di ba? Dapat they should be forewarned also. So, that's why I'm asking.
To conclude our discussion on the
There was
earlier
a
manifestation of the Honorable Suntay, the Honorable Adjong is correct. The same has been ruled upon, and let us all be reminded, it is the majority that rules in this committee. Let us conclude the discussion on that manifestation.
Madam Chair,
Is this a new matter?
this is going back to what we were discussing earlier, not going to this issue about
Does this not
imagination.
pertain to the manifestation that has been stricken out already
It
from
does
the
not
record?
pertain to it at all, Madam
The
Chair.
Honorable Po is recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just going back to the issue at hand and discussing the substance of the impeachment complaint, I want to ask the sponsor of this measure whether or not the presence or the absence of a high-ranking individual is a statement in and of itself.
Honorable De Lima. The question is whether or not the presence of the high-ranking official in those gatherings is her statement itself.
Well, it's adoptive admission because she did not deny, she did not detach herself from those statements as a high-ranking public official. She knows the impact, the effect, the consequences of statements like that. So her mere presence is concurrence with what has been stated or what has occurred in those rallies. I so submit, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Any other manifestation from the justice members?
I have a question. Madam Chair.
Honorable Po.
Madam Chair, if because it may be argued that it was a coincidence that she attended the first event, and that such statements were made during the event. However, she did attend the second event. Would continually attending events which make similar statements, would it constitute an agreement towards the aforementioned statements?
It would, because it refers to similar statements. So again, not doing anything, not saying anything, after hearing it from the first activity, from the first rally, would be her concurrence with the very essence of those statements.
Honorable po.
Because I would like to point out that if it's whether or not she actually made statements at these rallies, my colleagues are correct. She didn't make any statements verbally. However, if it's a question of whether or not her mere presence and continually attending similar events and not mentioning whether she's for or against what's happening in these events is a statement in and of itself, that's a different argument altogether. So I just want to point out that the context of everything we're discussing and the timeline is also very important in determining whether or not this ground has substance.
Honorable De Lima, would you like to make further comment to that?
No more, Your Honor. I concur with those remarks of that position about the context and the timing. Thank
All
you.
right. If there are no more manifestations coming from the justice members, then this is the conclusion of our deliberation on the sixth ground. Will the endorser be interested to add to her manifestation before we end our deliberation on the third impeachment complaint?
Yes, Madam Chair. Just
Yes, please.
just
You
a
are
brief
recognized. You may
summation.
proceed.
So at this juncture, having deliberated on all 6 grounds, let us return to the only question that matters at this stage. The only question before this committee is whether this verified complaint recites ultimate facts, which, if hypothetically admitted as true, constitute impeachable offenses under Article 11 of the Constitution. The complaint, under certain grounds, specifies amounts, hundreds of millions in confidential funds. It alleges concrete acts, cash withdrawals, certifications, liquidation reports, audit findings, and disallowances. It cites sworn testimonies and references constitutional duties of accountability, transparency, and fidelity to public trust. It even recounts public admissions of extraordinary gravity. These are not vague accusations, not sweeping conclusions. These are detailed factual allegations supported by annexes, audit findings, certifications, and sworn testimonies were part of the record. These are that can be taken cognizance of and can still be proven later during the evidentiary stage. Section 5 requires only a recital of facts constituting the offense charged. That standard has been met. The question is whether the Constitution allows us to turn away when a verified complaint alleges specific amounts, specific acts, specific certifications, specific audit findings, specific fictitious documents, sworn testimonies, and public admissions that, if true, fall squarely within the grounds of culpable violation of the Constitution, graft and corruption, bribery, other high crimes, and betrayal of public trust. If we dismiss such allegations without allowing the constitutional process to proceed, then impeachment becomes meaningless. Ulitin ko lang po, ang impeachment ito nagaganap ngayon ay hindi po ito parusa. Ito ay mekanismo ng pananagutan. To declare this complaint insufficient despite the ultimate facts pleaded would be to raise the threshold beyond what the Constitution and the rules require. And that, with due respect, we cannot do. So I humbly, firmly, and strongly submit that the third complaint, Reverend Father Sabalia et al. Complaint, is sufficient in substance. Thank you.
That concludes our deliberation on the sufficiency in substance of the third impeachment complaint. For lack of material time, we will be suspending until tomorrow, 10 o'clock in the morning. And tomorrow, we will be holding our deliberation on the fourth impeachment complaint. And after that, we will be proceeding to vote on the sufficiency in substance, one after the other of these 2 impeachment complaints. Thank you, everyone. The meeting is suspended.